What's going on, everybody? This is your boy Martin, aka Level, here, back today with another video, ladies and gentlemen. On the last upload that we did, we reacted to the album Too Cool for School, right? Some of you guys that even informed me, Martin, there's some hidden tracks. I didn't know, but shout out to you. You guys informed me. I will put y'all's comments on the screens. You know who you are. Shout out to you for always being there. That's what's so great about my subscribers, is they are willing to help me out. Not only were the other comments about like, hey, giving your insight and input on how you felt towards the album, or things that I did not notice, or helping me hear, or realizing certain lyrics maybe the boys had said that maybe I misunderstood. But even when it came to hidden tracks, y'all were there for me as well. I believe we have this song, Path, and then another one that's like on the start line. That's a skit. That we'll need to check out as well. So that's what the two videos we're going to get for this one upload. Just kind of finish off that last album. That's perfect. And then we will be getting into the music videos and behind the scenes footage starting tomorrow. Okay. So stay in tune for that. I just uploaded my last episode of I Am Still, featuring the homie JK on the Patreon. I will leave my link to my Patreon in the description down below, so make sure to go check that out as well. But let's not waste more time. Let's get right into it. If you guys could please hit that like button, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel, as all these things help out the channel moving forward. Without any further ado, let's get into the video.
Yeah. What's up?
What up?
You know time flows like stars.
That's right.
시작은 Eminem 가비 on 에픽하 따라하는 걸 넘어 내 랩을 적고 새기다 보니까 벌써 어느새 내가 홍대 그때 내가 산 온통 다 건데 But we don't know the future 쉼없이 꿈꾸던 중 날 묶어버린 현실의 덫 그 정신의 덫 뜨거운 가슴은 차가운 머리에 져버렸어 이렇게 내 선택이 옳다며 맹신하던 그 와중에 천산지 양만지 모를 그것이 말을 해 제대로 해볼 생각 없냐고 Yes or no 망설일 시간은 없다고 더 바보는 되기 싫었던 난 이곳을 왔고 3년이 지나갔어 So the earth is long, life is short But now from earth is life, life is sports Do it on 난 달라졌을까 다른 길을 택했다면 멈췄어 뒤돌아봤다면 Oh hey yeah hey yeah 난뭘 보게 될까 이 길의 끝에서 네가 서 있을 그곳에서 Oh hey yeah
Love that chorus.
시간이 흐르고 2013년 연습생으로 있었지 3년을 내 모습은 고등학생에서 어느새 커버린 어린이가 됐어 욕심의 새치가 많아지고 그만둔 친구들은 하나둘씩 갈라지고 가족 없이 난 외롭게도 서울에서 만난 세 번째 봄 데뷔가 코앞이면 걱정이 없어질 줄 알았어 다르실 게 없는 현재에 난 눈을 감았어 현실은 달랐고 주위에서 날 말려도 빛도 안 보이는 터널들을 나 홀로 걸었어 혼자인 줄 알았는데 알고 보니 일곱 맨발이 아닌 방탄이란 신을 신고 앞으로 나가야지 한 발 더 새롭게 떠 서울에서 맞은 네 번째 봄 난 달라졌을까 다른 길을 택했다면
They got both of them singing now.
뒤돌아봤다면 Oh hey yeah hey yeah 뭘 보게 될까 이 길의 끝에서 네가 서 있을 그곳에서 Oh hey yeah hey yeah 2010년에 해 내 걸음은
Oh my goodness, I'm sorry, J-Hope. The harmonizing there with Jimin and JK and Jin and JK. Oh my goodness. Yo, Suga and RM are low-key. They're spitting some bars here. We're going to go back and read some of these lyrics that are standing out. Yo, Suga said one that hit me hard. Ooh. I'm not in his position, but man, like the way... We're just going back. We're just going to go back here in just a moment. But that harmonization, we got to go back. I'm sorry. Oh, Lord. Does V get to harmonize next? Because I got to hear that too. Lord have mercy. Yeah, we got to go back on that course. That way we can go straight into J-Hope's. Because I'm sorry I had to interrupt the homie J-Hope like that. Sorry, Mr. J-Hope. Hobie, sir. Here we go. Whoa. Jimin killed it there.
마음은 서로 향하네 그저 춤이 좋아 시작했던 내가 이제 무대 위에 섰네 그 사이에 많은 고통과 상처들을 이겨내고 날 갖춰 부러져 바에 휘고 말자는 나의 관념을 살려가며 3년을 달려 내 가슴 안에 있는 별들을 밝혀
Yes, sir.
이제 나 새롭게 비춰봐 세상이란 백지에 방탄도 새겨봐 더 불켜진 내 미래 열어가 웃음을 지어 어느 날 넌 달라졌을까
Sing it, B.
다른 길을 택했다면 멈췄어 뒤돌아봤다면 Oh hey ya hey ya 넌뭘 보게 될까 이 길의 끝에서 내가 서 있을 그곳에서 Oh hey ya hey ya 넌 달라졌을까
I hear the vocals by JK.
멈췄어 뒤돌아봤다면 Oh hey ya hey ya 난뭘 보게 될까
Shout out to RM, he can sing too.
길의 끝에서 네가 서 있을 그곳에서 Oh hey ya hey ya
Yo, this song is this song is good. Oh my god, let's go back because some of these lyrics that RM, Suga, and J-Hope said, we got to go back. Yo, this chorus on top of that, we're going to talk about that separately, but this chorus was catchy as hell. This chorus, the harmonization, the vocal, shout out to our boys. Shout out to Jim and V, JK, and Jin for singing such beautifully. And RM came there at the end too as well. That chorus is something else. I love it. Simple, catchy, subtle, but powerful. I think the one thing I want to talk about with RM's verse is even when so young, you can hear the maturity in his voice. You can see it in the lyrics. That's something I want to point as a key factor when it comes to RM, Suga, and Jimin. But RM in this first verse, all three acknowledging where they were as trainees and to now in their debut, you know, what it took to get here. RM saying in the beginning, it was Eminem. I don't know who this dude is. Garion, an epic high, going beyond imitating them. I wrote and carved my own rap and somehow found myself at Hongdae already. Back then, my lyrics were all blank, stubborn, and foggy. RM then kind of talks about like him getting to the point where he, a trainee, what path does he want to take moving forward? He even goes as far as to say like he's talking to maybe his inner self as well about what kind of artist he wants to be. He says this as the thing that I can't tell whether it's an angel or a devil that speaks to me, asking me if I want to do rap seriously, yes or no, or telling me that there's no time to hesitate. Inner fight that I can see RM having with him, because now that he's made it, or now that he's come to this point of from the moment of being a trainee to being a part of a group, everything from this point definitely matters moving forward. The path that you choose to go on will reflect and determine what kind of artist you are in the future, right? So the actions that you do now are going to have consequences moving forward. How do you want to be remembered? And, you know, do you want to take this route or do you want to take this route? Both of them having different outcomes. It's just, which artist would you like to be? I don't know if this is a shout out to Nike, but somebody's going to have to definitely tell me. Nike, sponsor my boy if this is a shout out. But some say art is long, life is short. But now for me, art is life. Life is sports. Just do it. Being able to poke inside of RM's mind of what it was like to get to this point of being a trainee and moving forward. Again, something that they definitely don't have to do. They're very much capable of being vulnerable with us, and I greatly appreciate that. Taking us through the experience of what it was like to be in his footsteps as somebody who wanted to be a rapper, somebody who wanted to do this for life. I love that he's willing to share these feelings with us, as well as Suga and J-Hope, who were also put into the same position of being rappers coming in. I definitely love it. I love to see what it was like for the three of them in the beginning to come forward and you know, train. I mean, they've gone through all their training. The moment is here, and we're just kind of reflecting on what it was like to get to this point. And again, I just want to highlight how mature RM's lyrics actually sound in this song. Very, very, very mature. I mean, even at such a young age, he's writing with a very experienced and not a trainee mindset. Let's just say that. I mean, you'd have thought he had been writing for 20 years. That's how I mean, in tune with himself he is on these with these lyrics and these bars. Because man, it just sounds very mature for his age at this time. This part of Suga's verse is the one that I have to key and highlight. Um, Previously, earlier in a couple lyrics, he says, during this process of being a trainee, getting to this point of debut, up to this point, he's lost lots of friends. But this part right here, I thought all the worries would be gone when the debut gets in front of my nose. The reality was different, and even though people around me tried to stop me, I walked through the tunnels without any lights, alone. I thought all the worries would be gone when the debut gets in front of my nose. Wow. I mean, you think I work so hard to get to this point. I've lost friends, all the stress and hardships that I've had to go through coming to the debut. I thought it was just going to be, rainbows and sunshine after it. And it's not. It's still a struggle afterwards, or there's still struggles that I battle with outside or inside. Wow. I mean, this one line right here speaks a lot. And I say it all the time. I hate the struggles that the boys all had to face, before, during, up to this point. For them, I wish everything would just go away. They've been through so much throughout their careers since the beginning. I just wish it all could just vanish. But these hardships, these things that the boys, Suga included, all the boys had to go through, is what made them into the artists that they are today. So in a way, it's bittersweet, but I'm glad they went through it, because if it wasn't for that, we wouldn't have the amazing boys that we have today. I think if anything, the hardships that they've gone through have only made them better versions of themselves each time, right? They become an even better of them, even better version of themselves each time that they go through something difficult. Man, being at the beginning, thinking that when I get to this point, when I finally reach my goal and debut, everything's going to be fine. It's going to be, the money's going to be nice. I'll be able to support my family. I'll be able to, have this weight kind of lifted off my shoulders. And it's not the case when it gets here. And again, another thing that, like RM, Suga's just willing to be vulnerable with us about. This line is the one that stuck to me. This line hits deep. Pretty deep. J-Hope says, I who started out just because of the love for dance now stand on a stage, overcoming many pains and scars that occurred in between. I prepared myself, making use of my life principle to bend rather than to break. I ran for 3 years. These boys are the hardest working boys, the hardest working artists, whatever, I've ever met in my life. We get everything. They show us everything. All the hard work that's put into it. That's what makes us love them even more. Making use of my life principle to bend rather than break. I will never be broken. And it's because I've trained my body. I've trained my mind. I've trained to not ever break under the pressure, right? It started out as this, but it's become this in the process. And I've come way too far to give up now. That's what I see that's what I think of when I see this comment. My life principle to bend rather than break. I will never lose. I've come way too far. I ran for 3 years. I didn't walk. I didn't crawl. I ran for 3 years. I'll be damned if I break. The power of this message and this lyric right here. Shout out to J-Hope. This, again, just like the other boys, RM and Suga, this one stuck out for J-Hope's verse. This right here, there are the hardest group of individuals I've ever seen in my life. When it comes to any artist, you can show me. I don't give a damn who it is. They don't work harder than him. They don't work harder than him, or him. Any one of them. And this comment right here is just a reminder of that they could never break. They've been through too much. I refuse to lose now. All that I've gone through, I'd come way too far to let anything break me. Love this comment. Absolutely love it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, now we're going to do the skit on the start line, and that will kind of end the video there. Again, a skit, another kind of hidden track that you guys recommended and told me about. So let's get right into it. This is different already.
연습생. 어찌 보면 나 자체이지만 뭐라고 형용할 수 없는 그런 말. 어딘가에 속하지도 않고 그렇다고 무엇을 하고 있지도 않은 그런 시기, 과도기. 내가 그 연습생 신분으로 살면서 가장 곤욕스러웠던 건 친척들과 친구들의 언제 나올 거냐고, 데뷔 언제 할 거냐고 하는 그런 그 질문들이었다.
Yeah.
나는 답을 할 수가 없었다. 왜냐면 나도 모르니까. 나도 그 답을 알 수 없으니까. 자신감과 나에 대한 확신을 갖고 이곳에 왔지만 나를 기다리던 건 정말 다른 현실. 아직도 3년이 지난 지금도 내가 나가면 가요계를 정복해버리겠다, 할 수 있을 것 같다, 이런 확신을 찾다가도 막상 피디님들과 선생님들께 혼나고 나면 내가 정말 아무것도 아닌 것 같은, 정말 먼지밖에 안 되는 것 같은 그런 기분. 꼭 마치 내 앞에 푸르는 바다가 있다가도 뒤를 돌아보면 황량한 사막이 날 기다리는 것 같은 그 기분. 정말 그 모래시계 같은 기분에서, 그 기분 속에서 나는 내 연습생 3년을 보냈다. 그리고 나는 지금 데뷔를 앞두고 있다. 내가 데뷔를 하더라도 아마 다른 바다와 다른 사막이 나를 기다리고 있을 것이다.
Wow.
그치만 조금도 두렵지 않다. 분명 지금 나를 만든 건 지금 내가 본 바다와 그 사막이니까 절대 잊지 않을 것이다. 내가 봤던 그 바다와
It made you.
사막을.
It made you who you are today.
나는 연습생이니까.
Wow. Wow. Absolutely. Wow. RM, man, the ability to just speak so nobly and with so much wisdom. Let me say this, that I kind of mentioned this in the reaction to the song just a minute ago. The hardships that all the boys had to face, it's what made them who they are in today. And as they continue to progressively get better, improve, and reach new heights, different challenges that await them each time, even to this day. When they get out, a new set of challenges awaits them, because they will have reached, when they release this album and get out, the return will be legendary. They will be at their biggest, highest moment in their lives, I think, so far. And they're only continuing to grow. There is no ups and downs with it. It's a steady incline upwards. Regardless of what they faced in their lives, the challenges just get in the way of them getting to a higher point, and then they beat it, and then they get even higher, and then there's a new challenge, they get even higher. I am glad that they've gone through such things, and I'm glad that we were all here, no matter what time you discover the boys, to witness it, because I've managed to see them beat a lot and face a lot, and to still reach a level of success that pretty much no one has ever seen before, especially in the K-pop industry, is unbelievable. I mean, it's astonishing what they've become over the years. The influence. And back then, they had no idea. They had dreams of what they could become, but they had no idea what they become. They hold so much power, and they use it for good. They don't use it for personal gain or to affect the world or anybody else negatively. They use their power for good. It's more than you could say for more than a lot of people that have power as much as they do. They have a lot of power. With the influence of ARMY and all those who love them around the world, they hold a lot of power. A lot. They could say or do anything to affect something else or the industry or whatever, or politics, and they use instead their power for good. Thank God this power was given to them, and it's in good hands, because if it was given to anybody else, who knows how they would use it. They've accomplished so much, but they've gone through even more. They've gone through a lot of hell. And to see them not give up and be at the level of success and everything else that they've gone through to get to this point. I've said it on the Boar Live. I don't remember exactly what we were talking about on this past Friday, a couple days ago. They have the greatest story ever told. At the end, when it's all done, they will have the greatest story of all time. They've gone through stuff that doesn't even sound real. I don't know. And hearing him talk like this, I wonder what he would say looking back on his younger self saying these things. Little does this RM know at this point, debut RM, little does he know what level of achievements they're going to go through and have, but the challenges that they'll face to get to it. All I know is this, even if you told him, he would still face it head on. He would stand in front of his group or side by side holding hands with the other 6, and they would face it head on. That's going to go to do right there, folks. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like I said, we will be moving on to the music videos and behind the scenes footage for this album before we move on to the next one. Thank you all. Have a beautiful night and a great day wherever you are and wherever you may be listening. Until next time, like, comment, subscribe. Peace.